Hello, today I'm here at the PIG-at Combe and I'm with head kitchen gardener Peter. He's going to show us what's growing in the garden this season and how they're preparing for the months ahead. It's a really extensive kitchen garden and I'm so excited to learn about what's going on here. I'll leave it over to you.
Thank you. Oh, lots going on. I mean the layout, you can come to the Pig and have just a wander around. It's all open, nothing is off limits. We like people to see what we're doing. And the whole point of what we're doing with the kitchen garden, with our 25-mile menu, is being fully accountable for our food, knowing exactly where it came from, how it's been treated, and the journey it's taken to get onto the plate in our restaurant. But everything Pig starts in the kitchen garden, whether that's the menu in the restaurant, the cocktail menu, the herbal teas the therapists are using, the planting and decoration inside the hotel, it all begins in the kitchen garden. We've got quite a simple setup here. As you look here, we have 4 main lines of beds. We work on a 4-year rotation. It simply means that the winter just gone, we had all our brassicas down in the bed A. This coming year, they're going to be in bed B, and so on. So it's going to be 4 years before they're back down in the same place again. It stops the same family plant draining the same nutrients from the same piece of soil, stops the same pest building up in the same location. And it helps us give back to the soil in a more natural way as well. So when we include the legumes into the rotation, the peas, the beans, runners, bolotis, they have a nitrogen fixing quality to them. So we've taken a lot of nitrogen, which is key for healthy leaves. We've taken a lot of nitrogen from the soil over the previous couple of years with the brassicas and the alliums, follow them up with the legumes. They can produce nitrogen, put it back into the soil, and we let it break back down to replace what we've been taking. It's a very heavy production garden. We're doing 3 services a day with 50 to 150 people per service. It's very simple. It's not growing here and it's not growing now, then we're not eating it. At the moment, we're kind of in a slightly transitionary phase. So the winter crops are coming out, but we're not quite ready for the summer crops. So there's this kind of 10 to 12 week gap, which isn't really long enough to grow anything substantial, but we can get a lot of quick crops out of them. A single cut of salads, some chards, bits and pieces like that. Anything that's just going to fill that 2 to 3 month gap before our big sort of bumper summer crops start to come in. So the cows, we're right at the end of the season for our cows. The estate here breed pheasant. Not too many around at the moment because the shooting season's finished, but they're completely out of our control. The estate that we're on have shoots. Every year in autumn they'll release sort of about 80,000 onto the estate, and they will devastate our garden if we don't get ahead. So some of these are quite pheasant pecked, some of them are quite chef pecked, but we hold on to them because, in my opinion, the best part is about to happen. Everybody has the leaves. We know we can get our curly kales and our cavalineros, very tasty, very good of you, but once they've flowered, we'll take those flower tips off and then they start to produce these tiny little shoots. This, in my opinion, is the best part of the kale. This is just full of nutrition, packed full of flavour, it's young, it's tender, and it's just an extra crop that you get right at the end of the season that most people don't realise. We're still trying to fill the garden with new things, getting ready for spring. We don't need to get rid of everything just because it's looking a little bit rough. If you're growing kale, just hold on to them. This is the good stuff. Another big part of what we do at the Pig is sustainability. It's a big part of the conversation in every meeting we have. Using every part of the crops, even when it gets a bit too warm and things go to flower a bit too quickly, we need to find a way to use it. The same with the animals we keep as well. Nothing goes to waste. It goes beyond what we're growing. When we took the hotel over, we had these lovely old sinks and baths. We didn't want them to go to waste. They're a bit unusual, a bit quirky, but we thought we'd turn them into planters. This one, we have the sea arc, what's known as sea pickle as well. Mediterranean coastline, this grows in great big bushes, but it's a nice little herb. It's quite unusual. Obviously being a coastal plant, has that kind of salty taste, so it goes really well with the fish dishes we do as well. So around the walls, we have peaches, plums, pluots, damsons, gauges, apricots, cherries, figs. We've got kiwis, we've got 2 orchards of apples and pears. We've got the fruit cage a bit further around, and we like variety. Even if we have a poor summer, we're not wasting that. There's still flavour in that. Our bar team can take those, they can infuse those flavours of a fruit that you might not necessarily want to eat off the tree, and infuse those into syrups and spirits, and then we have a product that can sit on the bar for the next 3 to 6 months depending on how thirsty our guests are, really. We're not a certified organic garden simply because we never applied for the piece of paper to tell us we do what we do. We harvest every single day for today's service and today's service only. If we were putting anything nasty in the garden, it would be on the plate, so it's just a big no-no. We don't do it. We do a lot of work with biological control, adding predatory insects, native predatory insects into the garden every couple of weeks to try and counter what we expect to see that time of year. Other things we do, there's companion planting, which people are quite familiar with, and then timings as well. So broad beans are a good example. So there are a couple of varieties of broad beans that sit in quite well over winter. I particularly like the Claudia Aquadolce variety, get better beans from them. But they went in November. They don't do a lot of growing through the winter, but as soon as it starts to warm up, they're away. So by the time most people are thinking of planting their spring beans, ours are already way ahead of the game. So one thing I do really like to grow are cucumbers. The particular variety I find works really well for us. We can grow them outside with no problems whatsoever. They're called Cassandra. So this incredible structure is what we will be growing the cucumbers over. So come back in 3 months or so and see this completely covered with some lovely looking cucumbers hanging down through it as summer goes on. We've got our seedlings sitting in these lovely cloches, ready to go. Just waiting for the evening temperatures to get a little bit warmer, and they'll be in the ground and they will be climbing and covering this like they own the place. It's a really nice addition to the garden. So as well as the food we produce, we're also responsible for the plants inside the hotel as well. Lovely old building, but natural light, it does not have a plenty. This is more of a plant hospital than a plant nursery. And as you can tell, Nathan, our main grower in here, is very keen on his scented pelargoniums. So we have a nice little collection growing here, and we hope to add to them over the year. We're seeing the temperatures coming up, the flowers are coming out, which is just lovely to see. I hope you enjoyed looking around. The Pig is open to everybody. I do a tour every single morning. Anybody can come on it. You don't need to be staying here. It's not all formal. We want everybody to feel like they can be lord and lady of the manor for a couple of days, or as long as they're here. Wear your wellies, bring your dog, it's all fine. We're open to everybody. I hope to see you soon.